All right, so to leave off before the ARD, I think we were gonna discuss kind of what geography looked like for the next 4 days next week, and then I'll go in and discuss what I wanted to do to see if everything kind of like jives.
Okay. All right, so when we get back, also on Monday, it's test reflections over SWANA.
Okay.
Checking in, going over the test like we did last time, each question with the entire class.
Okay, are we gonna use the form?
What form?
The test correction form, or we,
No, we're
doing
they're
away
gonna
with that, and then,
we got rid of that, and they're gonna retest on a different test.
okay, now I'm going, because it's been a while, so we got rid of the test correction form, and then we're gonna go over the test with them, and then retest them on the same TEKS, but different questions.
And I don't know if that's something I haven't put anything like that. I don't know if Marissa's working on that or not.
There's a retest.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a retest.
Okay, so we have that test bank.
Yep, yeah,
Okay.
we have all that test bank questions, so.
Okay, so Tuesday we'll start the political geography, or introducing Asia. I think you scrolled forward a little bit. Okay, so they have unit vocabulary, that's important. And then Tuesday, Wednesday are the political physical maps.
Are you gonna do that the same way we did the last one?
Sincere Thomas, if you're in the building, please come to the front. Sincere Thomas, if you're in the building, please come to the front.
You know how we broke it down and chunked it out?
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna do it that way?
The map is chunked out by region.
But are you gonna do it like?
Am I gonna walk them
Walk
through?
them through each side, or are you gonna?
Only my inclusions.
I think
It's
I'm gonna.
been a whole year.
Yeah.
They should be able to complete a map following a class set of directions.
I definitely
And
agree.
it's a simple map.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do my first and third, my inclusion. I'm gonna follow step by step with them. AAC,
Or get them started.
Yeah, get the bigger portions out that are gonna kind of challenge.
The South with all the
Those-
smaller countries will be harder in the islands.
Yeah,
But otherwise, they need to do this.
yeah. I think I'm gonna do the same. I'm just gonna hit the inclusion, and definitely get them started and get them going,
Okay.
and then just AAC and on level can chunk it by themselves.
So Tuesday has two, they have archipelago and subcontinent as vocabulary that they need to know. And then Wednesday we'll go into physical geography, and it's a lot longer, using that person's stuff that we found. I kind of entwined what I'd already made, because I was almost done, and then added some of her stuff, not all of it.
Okay.
So one of the new TEKS is physical processes. If you go back one slide, Mr. Bloom. And they're gonna get vocabulary on those during this day. So they know what physical features are. Now they're learning about physical processes because of the area that we're studying.
How are you gonna do vocabulary?
Okay, just scroll through. So here's physical processes. They need to know Pacific Rim, these are TEKS, and the Ring of Fire. And then we have this really good short video on the Ring of Fire.
Okay.
There's one thing you need to know about the Ring of Fire. It produces 90% of the world's earthquakes. The Ring of Fire includes about 450 volcanoes. Many of them are submarine volcanoes.
Okay, so here's tsunami.
Okay.
And they have that graphic organizer I showed you last week with the pictures.
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's questions that they have to answer, which I'll show you tomorrow. I didn't bring anything with me.
No, that's fine.
So they have tsunami, they have typhoon.
Did I skip something? Oh.
No, and so then the important rivers that are, the significant rivers that are to this area are in this slide. Because the Ganges River is a holy river, even though it's flooded and overpopulated and gross.
Is it polluted too?
Yeah, it's polluted. Ugh. So this is more information about the Ganges, that there's an image.
There it is.
Yeah, and then the Yellow River for China.
Okay.
And where it is, and because they're mapping this that day, and why it's called the Yellow River.
It's awesome looking.
I know, right? Like, I want to swim through that. Not.
Is that, oh, I'm hitting it too far.
And so I wasn't sure if I wanted to take this out or not, but I left it in. The other important river for China. Don't ask me to pronounce it.
I would think I would leave it in.
Okay. And where it is on the map.
What it looks like.
Mm-hmm. And the importance of what's going on.
Okay. China Sea.
And then this is at the very beginning in March. Because it talks about, I've added in the dispute about the South China Sea, and the first show on CNN 10 for like a minute is about what's going on, and it took place in like March 7th of this year. So it's very current. So we're gonna stop the video after the, that news segment.
Okay.
Okay, so the Himalayas, which are huge about population density, and showing there an image, just pretty, you know, and then there's, what's its face, Mount Everest.
Yeah.
So then they're gonna do their physical map. Oh, and they're gonna start their ABCs on Monday. So what if they passed and made a 75 or above, they're gonna start the ABCs while other students are working. Okay, and so Thursday is population density.
What's that gonna look like?
Mm-hmm, yeah. And actually, I'm really proud of this. So this is everything I made. So the past 2 years, China had the largest population, and now it's India. And these two videos are really good explaining why the population is what it is in this area, going all the way back, because they started with all the people and then it just boomed. So these are short videos and they're very good.
Perfect.
Hi, this is Kate.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay, so and then the other teak that we needed to hit was adapting and modifications which affect population density. So they're getting the last of their vocabulary. And then in that graphic organizer, they're having to answer questions about, is this adapting or is this modifying? Give me an example of why and why this has to be done. So they're having to add more than just defining it in their, which I'm gonna pull from those questions to add to the quiz. Wait,
Okay.
go back just one.
To this?
No, go back again. Go back. Go back one more time. I have a video that I can add about terrace farming. It's kind of like the 7 wonders of the world, but there's this one place in Asia that is like documented something special for terrace farming. I can add that in if we want to. They do have an activity to complete about the Ring of Fire. It's super easy. We did it last year, and then the next day is the quiz.
Okay. Well, what do you think? I mean, it wouldn't hurt if you had extra time, that way they understood it.
Yeah, let me
If you wanted to
Yeah, I'll go back and look for that video. I think I saved it in a folder.
sticks. And that rounds it out, huh?
Mm-hmm. And Friday's the quiz.
And that'll be the 5th daily grade.
Yes, because 4 is
So-
this week, the quick
Yeah,
check,
the
correct?
quick check this week.
Quiz
Over
next
last
Friday.
week's information, and then the quiz, that'll be 5, and then we only
Okay.
need 1.
And then if we having extra, we can at least drop one of the lowest daily grades,
Yeah.
which will help. Because you know we'll have 0.
We just gotta figure out how to portion them out throughout the,
Yeah, because we'll have daily
The
grades
grading
for,
period.
we'll probably have another daily grade for Asia for sure, and then Oceania.
yeah.
Gotta find that video.
I haven't put slides together for my portion,
Okay.
but I found a bunch of good slides, like we
Okay.
were using those closed notes.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing is trying to look at the history of Asia. There's some things
Gosh,
that
it's so
Fort
much.
Bend ISD has out there that I've been looking at, but I don't know if I like the slides. They're too messy. they're not clear cut, so I may have to go through and kind of figure those out. So I kind of shelved the history part for now. But
Okay,
then I found, the concept and the idea of culture. I was thinking, because the kids liked the activity we did for Swana,
oh, yes,
I'm
that was, they
thinking-
really did.
I'm thinking maybe if we do something like that again.
I would
but-
love that.
This time, it's gonna be different because a majority of our students are from this area. The Indian students can do something on their region of
Religion.
India
Uh-huh,
and things like that.
okay.
And then I have several students from Vietnam, from China,
Mm-hmm,
and I think that will tie in if we do something like that. The only problem is I think it might be a 2-day. If it ends up being 2 days, it shouldn't hurt anything.
I don't have a problem with that.
So I was thinking doing that because the kids liked it. You got some great stuff out of it.
I did.
And then,
That was one of my favorite activities all year. And that was one of their favorite activities all year. They get to be creative.
yeah,
And didn't they work with a partner?
they worked with the partner, and then I think what we did is we threw up, hey, we talked about cultural diffusion, we talked about cultural traits, and then they picked, 4 or 5 of the cultural traits with the partner, and they went through and created their
But
placemat.
and focusing more on, I mean, like, okay, everybody has sports, but keeping it about authentic Asia. I mean, there's a lot
Yeah.
more that they can do
Yeah.
with Asia.
And I think with the students being from that area or having that background from that area, I think they might be able to bring their own twist on it because
We should
They're
add
gonna bring-
geography. How does
Yeah.
geography affect the culture of
Yep.
Asia?
they're gonna bring, and I think they'll hit more of the traditions versus the sports because
Right.
there's a lot of henna tattooing going on, there's a lot of Indian weddings that the students are going to.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of the culture that the Asians and the Chinese students are going to various different plays and things, so I was thinking about doing that,
I think you should.
okay.
I think
And
you
that's
should.
what I wanted to get kind of your feedback on that. And then I found a PowerPoint for the conflicts, and it ties Korea and Vietnam together.
Ooh.
And it's not too detailed, but I figured about doing closed notes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a page and a half of notes. I'll print front and back, and it should only take a day. And we go
Okay.
through and we just talk about that, the differences in why both of them started over communism, and then talk about the differences, and then at the end, maybe they have a Venn diagram to complete on the similarities and the differences between the two.
Okay.
And then I thought moving on to government, I picked this up comparing southeastern governments.
Oh,
And
okay.
there's 5 governments.
North Korea, good. And China. Yeah, no, I like that.
So then, at the end, I was thinking about creating matching questions for the test on those. So then they match the country with the correct government, economy, so forth and so on.
The only thing, if you're able to make a tweak, or we can even write it in, with this last time,
Yeah.
they struggled with the executive branch, like who runs the country?
Right, okay,
Who
yeah.
runs the
Yeah,
country?
you're right.
Who's in charge?
Yeah,
So
mine
just
did
add
too.
that.
Mine did also, executive branch. Yeah, I forgot about that. They did have an issue with, what's this mean? What's a legislative
yeah.
branch? I think the last time we probably talked about it was
North America?
North America way back at the beginning of the year.
Ugh,
So I
nobody
figured
wants to go
that-
backwards.
And then for some activities, there's this review game, so you cut these out and you give them out in groups of 2, and they put it on their head.
Oh,
And they play like
Like
charades.
this.
Yeah, they play, okay, North Korea, okay, it's a dictatorship, it's a command economy, and then the
Oh,
other
that'd be fun to
partner
try that.
needs to try to guess what it is, or
Yeah.
the thing, and then if they.
that silly game that they
Yep,
do with their
with their
phones.
phones, yeah.
Yes. If
So I
they,
figured maybe if
That'd
we
be
have time
fun.
to do that one. But there's other things in here we can do too. to kind of get them, I guess, thinking about what they learned, doing checks for learning, checks on understanding. And then the economic system, just comparing these based off their economic systems, their freedoms, regulations, and growth.
Okay,
And then I'll tie into the economy, and it's the same thing. We'll do an exit ticket on a continuum
okay,
where they rate where each of them go.
nice.
And I think the governments will tie into participation too. So once they go through, and I think I wanna set them more up like we do a gallery walk. So print out the placards or the slides,
Mhm.
put them up, and they go through and they fill out their chart as they're going through. So then that way kinda gives us some time to sit back and think about some test questions and give them a little bit more guidance and push them towards the right way to
Okay,
finish out this test.
it sounds like you have it.
I hope, I think history is gonna be the hard one, but, I mean, is there anything we need to kinda look at? I was thinking about adding some news articles as a way to check for their understanding on the Korean and Vietnam War.
I was just gonna peek in our archive, because since Marissa put that on the specifically, we had these readings that we did. Let's see.
Yeah, I checked that, I didn't.
Oh, see, it's all lumped together in concept 2 and 3, the DMZ.
Yeah. Yeah, they talked
Vietnam
about,
conflict, the Korean War video. Let's see, Vietnam conflict, let's see if I remember this. I think these were pretty easy. Where is it? Oh, it's a zip drive. Probably can't open it.
I
Korean
looked.
War video.
I may look at their video, and that's a thing that I need to do too, add some more video, because I like how you put the video in there, and then you did the definitions with pictures, so then the EBs,
Mm-hmm. Did
they
she-
have a better time of understanding it.
Did she put in the DMZ on the calendar?
No.
She didn't?
It's
Okay.
Korea, Vietnam are the only two conflicts that are there. The DMZ, we can go over that as we're going over Korea.
No, that's not what I wanted.
If we don't hit it, it's not gonna take away from the teak or anything.
Okay.
So, yeah, cause if we're looking at identify institutions basic to all societies, that's your government, your economy. Compare, describe roles and responsibilities of citizens, that's gonna be hidden government. Participation of citizenship, or in citizens is gonna be hidden government. Explain the rights and responsibilities is gonna be touched in government.
She has you down for the Korean War and the Vietnam War.
Yeah. And we're gonna hit,
So there's a video in our archive, a brain pop video about the Korean War.
I did see that, I just
Okay.
haven't had a chance to
Okay.
look at it yet.
Culture, history, and then you have government, the sub-region, economy, the sub-region,
Let me see if I can pull
history,
that.
government and economy, mini test over Indian subcontinent, okay. Wow, she really did update our calendar.
Yeah, the calendar is definitely updated.
Mm-hmm. Oceania map, New Zealand, Australia, Poland, I can't believe we're here.
Let's see if I can pull that PowerPoint up that I saw from Fort Bend. Yeah, it's probably better if I go into Google.
Archive, lesson plans.
Oh, here it is. This is the honestly the best one I've found so far, but I'm not sure. What the actual history should look like.
Gosh, I mean,
If you
how do
look at it-
start?
Yeah, that's what I'm, if we look at it, it starts in China with the Yellow River Valley. It goes through the different dynasty cycles. And then it starts at each dynasty in China. Maybe just look at it and hit like 3 of the most important ones. And then it goes into what China is today, and then it hits Korea. And then it hits Japan.
This is different than how we did it last year.
Yeah, and it ends.
Did you see what we did? Okay, God, this was a lot. This is too much.
Yeah.
Way too much. Okay.
And that's why I'm saying, if I take this and mix it with that PowerPoint and just hit, this is where I'm asking like some feedback, I guess. So if we take that and mix it with some of this and then add contributions.
But that's all, is that all China?
No, this one
Is
has a
India
mix.
in there?
Well, India's gonna be on its own.
Okay,
Yeah, so I'm gonna worry about China, and then this one has Korea and Japan.
okay.
So worry about the history of those 3 and just briefly touch on a few high points, the contributions they made to society at that time, and then kind of spin off of it. I don't know if I want to turn it into like a,
Yeah, because they'll get
Like a
some
chart
history
like
with
this.
the Vietnam War.
Right.
Wait, and Korea's in here, but aren't we gonna do the Korean War? Would you wanna not put Korea
And I
in
might-
a different country?
might not, what I was really thinking about is just doing China. But then I looked at Japan's history with the samurai and the shogun and all of that, and I was like, ooh, maybe that would be interesting. So I may
And
touch
World
on
War
that.
II? I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know if, I don't know.
So I'm gonna look at that more,
God,
and
that's-
I'm gonna reach out to other,
Ask your friend.
yeah, I'm gonna reach out to other, campuses and see what they have. Maybe hit up John and see what they have, if they even have anything.
I emailed him about something, he has not responded to me. So
They may be
frustrating.
busy, who knows?
I guess they're prepping for,
But that is, that's kind of where I am with that. And then since Miss Siegel's out for the next couple days, we kind of look at her stuff.
what do you mean she's out?
She's got other things that she needs to
Oh,
take care
with
of
that.
throughout the week with her meetings and
Oh, yeah.
arms and stuff like that. So we'll look at her stuff next week.
Okay, I'm sending you the slides from last year.
Okay, yeah, I don't think, I could see some things, I don't think I see
It's a
everything.
lot. It's April 13th through the 28th.
But I really think that'll tie it in, and then maybe looking somewhere in there to add maybe a discussion post.
That's the easiest to do for
Is it?
homework. I mean, as opposed to coming up with an activity. You mean for homework for a grade
For
or
a
an
grade.
activity?
For a grade, just to.
Probably a discussion post, even though that's one of my least favorite things. But,
I mean, we can always look at anything else, I'm just
no,
threw
keep
that
it
out
simple.
there.
It's the end of the year, Bloom. I'm fine with that. Marissa will be fine with that too.
I just wanna get enough grades so we're not like.
Struggling. No, yeah.
Because I don't star testing
We're gonna be
coming up
doing-
and all that, and.
We totally should have, we will have our daily, it seems like by the time we start Oceana, we'll have enough daily grades, so
Yeah.
anything will be extra. And then grading those posters at push time at the end of the
Yeah.
year.
It's-
Yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna be, and
Yes.
that's a thing too, they pushed that 4th major grade this,
they had that last year too.
yeah. I'll dig
You're
that.
not gonna be, you don't have drill or anything between now and the end of the year?
I do,
When?
May 2nd and 3rd, so it's a Thursday and a Friday again,
Well, it's a damn good thing you're not gonna miss my birthday.
so.
Mm.
I'll look at that and then adjust accordingly. We should already be into
Oceana,
Oceana by then, so
let's see, I have the calendar right here, where is it?
we'll hit up,
Where, Well, I thought I had the dang calendar pulled up. Oh, here it is. Oceana starts May 6th. So you're out here.
I'll be out,
I'm gonna put that on here now.
yeah, I'll be out that day and then a test. So that's not gonna be too bad.
I don't want you to have to, I would want your kids to have the computer so you don't have to grade paper tests. If we can get a good sub, I would prefer that just for you and this ESA at the end of the year,
Yeah.
not have to grade those paper tests.
I'll
Or I
look
can
at
just
it.
start grading them for you.
I'll look at it.
Alright. Well, we have time between now and then anyway.
Yeah. So I think that was good on the content and the material.
Okay?
Are you good on your other stuff?
The slow?
You're slow?
Have you started the slow?
So I'm gonna do that tonight.
to
I've gotta
China?
go in and add what period did you do?
First period. It was my smallest class. But
See,
you didn't want to do your first
I didn't
period
wanna do my
class.
first
because it's
period because it's
inclusion.
inclusion, and I didn't think, it's hard enough to try to get them just to, take a basic note-taking type of, so I did 5th period.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go
Ew,
in.
you hate fifth period.
Well, they're good education-wise.
Okay, just behaviors.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So I did 5th
Mine-
period, and I'm gonna go in and put in the names, do the results, score it 1 to 4.
Here's mine. So mine's done. I sent it to Marissa and she said it looked great. And now I'm trying to put together, which I don't keep up with, all that evidence about those artifacts or evidences about, let's see, examples of teaching supporting campus expectations, emails advocating for students' needs, all this stuff.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I haven't kept up with that.
did you put this in Perform yet?
Mm-mm,
You're gonna do that tonight?
mm-mm.
Oh,
No,
you're gonna wait?
I'm gonna talk to Diana Hatcher tomorrow for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't have everything uploaded till Thursday.
And your thing's
On
on
Friday,
Friday.
so maybe, yeah.
I think because my date got pushed back,
I wish mine did.
I think my date's gonna be either next week or beginning of the week after.
I'm jealous. So I'm gonna hit up Hatcher tomorrow, 2nd period. Marissa's not available, right?
No, I don't think so.
And then, this artifact stuff about the things that I've done, which they didn't look at last year, but I'll put it together.
So what was your goal for this year? Mine was to increase, questions, increase their critical thinking questions.
I think that's it, by using tests, open-ended something.
Open-ended
Yeah, I
questions.
think we had
on
the same
tests and
one.
the discussion posts, I think. So I took it based off the GT. Remember they did that, TED Talk with the guy, got up there and said, hey, we need to start asking the right questions, not just a question.
Mm-hmm.
So I took my goal off of that, and it's the same goal that I had coming out of the academy for the military, so.
The students can use a primary or secondary source successfully to make a connection.
Okay.
That's what I've written down. The student can demonstrate that they can use both primary and secondary sources to make strong connections to cultures of the world.
That was your goal?
I don't know, here.
Oh, yeah.
So we all had different
Oh,
goals?
well, that's slow. Is that where we put the goal?
I don't know. What are you asking about? My personal
Like
T-test?
your
Oh,
T-test goal.
Oh, mine was classroom management. I don't even know if I can, I don't even know. I'm not ready for Friday. I don't know if she can push it back.
It's been a minute since I've done the T-test being out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
But
see Hatcher.
doing your summative. The last time I did one, I didn't find it very difficult, it's over domain 4.
I don't even know what 4 is.
It's
you show
like
me?
your ethics and your,
Oh, well, I got that made in the
yeah,
tape.
Miss Petru sent it to your email, cause you sent it out.
Oh, Petru sent it. So tomorrow, okay, I'm gonna see if Hatcher I can go to Hatcher tomorrow, second period.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my SLO together today, get it going, and then look at all my evidence, and upload that. Sometimes it depends. I think when they first started doing this, a lot of administrators were like, just bring your evidence, we'll go over it
Right,
at the meeting, and then afterward, go ahead and make sure you upload it.
that's what I did last
And
year.
I think they did it that way just because it was fresh and new, it was something different, but,
I don't, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
I
with
don't-
Hatcher, and then I can let
Okay.
you know what she tells me, or you can come with me to Hatcher.
yeah, I'll just head with you to that.
Okay. All right,
Well, I think
Go for the next
I'm good on the lessons, I'm good on the T-test stuff.
okay,
You need any, I don't know, T-test I'm not too concerned about, domain 4,
I'm not
going over
thinking,
your ethics.
I just,
Working with your school and your community environment, things like that.
I stay late all the time, I'm good.
Oh,
I
yeah,
work with students all the time after my hours, my contract hours.
okay, well, let me see if this is good enough.
Okay.
I appreciate your help.